everybody, it's Dr. Mark with US 1061757 Auto Events and your Coastal Virginia Auto Show. We are on the road today, aren't we, Jeanette?
Yes, we are. We are in Reidsville, North Carolina.
Yep. I'm out here with Jeanette Robinson and also Tom Strong out here as well. We've taken a hike to get out here to Reidsville, North Carolina. We are come to visit the Toymakerz lab. We got David Ankin with us. So, David, tell us about some of the staffers you got here today.
Dude, we're blessed. So we only got a couple of the guys here. I think Jason ran away when he heard you guys were coming. But Ashley's here, of course. We got JT. Braden doesn't get out of school until 3. So, but really, besides Billy, which comes in a couple days a week, and then my business partner David, which he does all the business side. Right. That's our staff. We don't have a huge staff, and we're just blessed to have a good crew that does what they do, and beautiful shop to do it in.
Yeah, we see that. Cool. They must be very good at what they do, because that small staff has a lot of stuff in here, and it's all awesome. So you're going to see that in a minute.
Yeah, we're going to take you on a tour. We want to come back to Coastal Virginia Auto Show 2021. Man, you were a superstar there. We want to say thank you for being part of that.
I don't know about a superstar, but honestly, the cars you had there and the celebrities you had there, it was really it was a fun event. It was kid friendly. I even you had the girl walking on the big old stool. I mean, there was a little bit of everything there, and the quality of cars was amazing.
Right, and that's always Jeanette's goal, is to make it the circus that we've always wanted it to be. Yeah. So, and I'll tell you, 2022, no exception. We have got some awesome stuff on the hook. We've got you on the hook as well, so you're coming back to hang out with us again. Going to bring some cool stuff with you.
We are, and we're going to bring a ride that everybody gets to play in, almost a video game. A tree, it's called a Christmas tree. We use it to practice going fast on a drag strip. Your reaction time, change a rollout in your car, that kind of stuff. We're going to give all the fans a chance to race us, to race each other. Might even give away some prizes and see what we can do. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Very cool. Great. So guys, you guys work here, you guys renters, you guys fabricators, or you just work in coloring books? You're all like 13 years old, right?
Well, I'm 35. I just look 15.
I'm only 18. There you go.
He's the baby.
I got you. But you guys are out here doing fab work too?
I do whatever they teach me to, whatever. They're really good about keeping us safe, but also making sure that we learn everything. I have an old Ford truck that I got to fab on, so it's a learning experience. This one is soaking up all the things.
There we go. Welding, fabrication, anything. Yeah, which is really cool. I mean, the whole thing is that definitely the trades and being able to use your hands is a skill that we're losing. So the fact that you're 18 and doing this stuff, smart move. There's going to be plenty of money and work out there for you once you learn this stuff.
Listen, in a shop like this, it isn't like we have 25 guys. So it could be, as far as changing a plunger in a toilet. So like she said, she took an old Ford truck, and there's nothing we can't fix. So she cut out the floorboards. She put new floorboards in it. She, JT coming in and, he wanted to go pay a guy to buff his car. I looked up and said, dude, it's us. Right. I said, here's my buffer. Here's the stuff. Let me give you a few pointers. And he started buffing. And that's the key here. There's enough talent in this building. Jason's been around a long, long time. Billy he's got a wealth of knowledge. It doesn't end. I'd like to think that I know what a screwdriver is. So there's nothing they can't learn. To watch my son or Ashley do them floor pans, or now she got her G35 that she's constantly taking. He lives in a ditch in his car, so and I think he puts it in the ditch so he can buy a new ground effects. They've got to put new ground effects on, so it's a lot of fun.
So it sounds like the question comes, what are you afraid of? And then he just tells you to go after it and just gives you a little bit of guidance, and then you guys go after it. Why not?
That's right.
Absolutely.
All right, so really cool story. Again, you're out here building stuff, and we talked earlier just a little bit about you really don't build it to show, you build it to go. But the stuff you're building is kind of insane to look at, and just the concepts as they come from brain to the actual physical pieces and parts out here.
For me, it isn't about, hey, listen, I love a car show. I do, but I don't want to be judged by somebody that doesn't understand what's wrong with my mind. I've got screw loose. So when somebody comes in and says, I don't like that, I didn't build it for them, we built it for us. I don't do it for that. I want to be able to drive it. We don't build paperweights. We beat the snot out of it. I will break it if we do it. I promise you. And chances are, 1,000 horsepower in our world is real small. Our newest street car, legitimately at the tire, has 3,000 horsepower. Wow. It's no joke. And that's what it's about, is to be able to take, for the youth of today to be able to go out and build something and realize that, dude, anybody can do it. You just got to apply yourself, got to have a little bit of dedication, and be willing to work your way through the problems. And
Beautiful.
that's what I love to do.
Take us back in time. You started out life as a stuntman. or
Yeah,
what?
you know, we dabbled with a little bit of everything. You know, back in the day, you know, with the theme parks, you know, I've done everything from the Wild West shows to Batman. We played all over the place. But you couldn't make a living at it because you might work 3 months and be off for 6, or heaven forbid you got hurt. So you had to learn to tinker, build that car or truck that you might be doing in the show. So you could make money off season working on the car, bike that you had to do a trick in. So and it really became lucrative. And then I got old and got busted up and couldn't afford to wreck things anymore. So
And then you landed yourself in this big shop warehouse and all that, so you got a lot of cool stuff in here. You're building your own stuff and dreams, but you also work on others' cars out here as well?
We don't do a lot of customer cars. Not saying we won't, because we do take a few in. The problem is filming. We've got Toymakerz, of course, going into season 4.
Awesome.
Now we landed the Fast Society coming down in all the digital platforms. I don't have a lot of time. So, and because we drive our stuff so hard, man, I got the motor out of the SB2, getting ready to pull the blue car back apart, and we're constantly working on all the stuff that I'm breaking. So,
I gotcha.
So
that's an awesome problem to have, and then also you're doing appearances as well. 'Cause again, you're coming back for 2022 for the Coastal Virginia. You're bringing out the Christmas tree toy as well, and then also we're putting you up on stage to do a few interviews. I know that I'm gonna have you and Jordan up there to talk about kind of your friendship, your relationship, because you've only known him for a couple of years.
Maybe a year and a half, 2 years, but what a great kid, under 30, and that's what this industry is about. People like me are dying on. I'm almost 60 years old, so to be able to be, but honestly, if you think about the industry, we all have a shelf life, and to see young kids, look at JT, look at Ashley, you know, to get these women especially, young kids, getting them involved and seeing their passion, you know what, man, it's, to me, that's what this industry, and Jordan is a prime example of it. Young kid, he wouldn't even talk when I first met him. Now, of course, I don't shut up, so I live on the rhythm. So.
It works out pretty good. Also, Builders Breakfast is coming back next year. We're going to do it a little bit bigger, a little bit better. Looking forward to that as well. It was really a great time. If you guys didn't have a chance to be part of the Builders Breakfast, you missed out on something pretty special.
It was amazing too.
Yep. So we're going to take a little tour around the shop. We'll talk with you guys back in just a little bit. So follow us as we go.
All right, guys. You know, the shop is always in turmoil. It's always changing in position. You know, we got David Young. I did this car early on for my business partner. Never really had a hot rod his whole life. So did a little, Ranchero, got a little 347 in it, and absolutely a riot for a little street car. But and then the SB2 is one of my favorite vehicles in the shop. I got the motor out of it. It's a 10,000 RPM small block, if you can imagine. So what an SB2 is basically a small block NASCAR motor. That's exactly right. They call it, number 2. So it's the second edition small block. You're exactly right. So this has an SB2 in it. It's absolutely nasty. But I'm really hard on it, and it's probably the 3rd time I've had the motor out of it. So I got to be nicer to it. But this is my Pro Charge Willys, Zoomies. I got the body off it right now. We're revamping it for the new show. We got a digital series coming out. This is going to be the race car in that series. Oh, okay. The body's over there. We'll show you that in a little bit. But then we're doing a 32 Ford Coupe. What's cool about this car, this is actually a fiberglass car. Doing it for one of the painters that paints for me. I got 2 big painters. I got Joiner's Body Shop with Clay. Okay. He's a 19 or 20-year-old painter. Absolutely amazing. And then Eric Warren does all of my custom stuff, laying down the custom graphics and that kind of stuff.
And stripes and all that stuff.
Yeah, known him for 100 million years. He wanted a car, so we took a Hellcat drivetrain.
I was just going to ask.
Took a Hellcat drivetrain, put a bunch of nitrous at it, and we're going to put it in a 32 Ford Coupe.
Nice.
So it's really neat.
So you got the Henry mocked up in it already.
Yeah, so that is the new Hellcat motor, plumbed with a bunch of nitrous. If you actually look at the paint, there's a bunch of hidden stuff in it. But that, I can't argue. I would have probably done it different, but it's his car and it's what he wanted to do. I can't argue with it.
Understood. It looks good. I like this up here, that little graphic up there. That's cool.
but it's really, really going to be a nice piece.
Kind of like a root beer brown.
It is root beer. Out in the sun, it's absolutely. Of course, I grew up in the bike world, done a lot of bikes over the years. Everything from turbo bikes to crotch rockets.
What's the electric Harley at? I don't see one.
No, you know what? I've driven the live wire.
Yeah.
It was all right. We are doing electric this year, though. We're going to do something electric this year. It's going to be nasty. It's going to be fun. So,
Now we're adding Electric Avenue to the show this year.
are you?
Yeah,
Ours
we're
won't be quite ready, I don't think. But if
all right.
it is,
Bring
I
a
will
picture.
bring.
We'll talk about
it. There you go. Twin turbo 427 LS car. Going to be like a race week car.
Okay.
67 Corvette. This is my new driver. This is a real steel body 32. Designed to look like an old man's car. Got diamond tuck interior. Got all the goodies. But we took the old school wheels, cut it, put a beadlock on it,
Oh, that's
took a radial tire, which is the nicest tire on the planet, added a white wall. So it looks like it's an old school, but if you actually look, it's got a nitrous button, got a line lock, everything about this car, double adjustable shocks, it's got carbon fiber drive shaft.
It's all 2-lane blacktop race ready.
It's race ready, I promise you. We're building a set of headers for it now. We're debuting this car in 2 weeks at the auto fair
Oh, okay.
in Charlotte. So, of course, there's our new grudge car we're putting together. Almost everything I built has a license plate. Everything we build is a license plate. I love going to the racetrack,
Oh, yeah.
but when you build a $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 car, and you have to wait for a nice weekend, wait for the weather to get right, then you got to pay to get in,
Yeah.
then you got to wait, and man, it drives me nuts.
Not any fun.
So most of our stuff is license plate. This one's not going to have a license plate. We're going to try to build a 4,500, 5,000 horsepower race car. We're going to try to go fast.
That'd be nice.
This is our season 4 finale car. It's legitimate 3,000 rear wheel horsepower. It's a twin turbo 540. It's got wheelie control and this car is absolutely silly. It's got
It's a 2-seater.
cup holders, cell phone charger, blinkers, headlights, the whole 9 yards. This one I'm going after Jordan deliberately. Jordan with junk mail.
Yeah.
So we found this little old body in a field. We started mocking it up. I'm gonna put a big. Everyone remember a Zinger?
Yeah, the Zinger.
We're gonna build a Zinger with a big block and zoomies and nitrous, and we're gonna be stupid. It's gonna be utterly ridiculous, like his junk mail.
Junk mail, yeah. He's building a new one.
I know, called Express Mail.
Express mail, yeah.
I got something. Big fan of that. Big fan of the truck. This is my driver right now. It's
74?
73. It's 26,000 original miles. It hasn't really been touched. It's
Can you tell a little bit about the story on this one?
yeah, it's a young child. I work with a lot of kids over the years. Young kid named Matt Clevenger I worked with for years. Built the car, and he ended up passing away. And
That sucks.
so I ended up with a car and didn't want the car, to be honest. We go back and forth a little bit, but a lot of sentimental value, and he's with me every day. Ashley always barking every time something goes wrong in the shop and I'm driving something else. It's because Matt's looking over and saying, "Why aren't you driving me?" So, but it's I'm going to actually do a whole episode based around that, and I'm really excited because that's. As a matter of fact, even the license plate 31 forever. His number was always 31. He had a team called Young Guns, and
Oh, nice.
probably the most gifted driver I ever seen from a youth. So just died long before his
time.
So yeah, so
It's a 4-speed car, too.
yeah. It's 4 speed. And like I said, it's all original outside of I took the gauges out of it just because it is what it is, and but I love the car. So 65 I'm doing David at Factory 5. He's owned that for 26 years now. We got a little competition going on. He's going to build one, and I'm going to take. So normally we would build the body ourselves, build the chassis ourselves, build everything ourselves. This you can get right from Factory 5. They give you a phone book, and you can assemble the car. Really a neat deal. I usually don't do stuff like that. But, so I'm gonna take this and revamp it my way. So we're gonna do a twin turbo LS, put carbon brakes on it, put big wide, and we're gonna get really stupid with this car, do a wide body, and then we're gonna compete.
Yeah.
Just to have fun. So, but, you know, good friend of mine over at Factory 5. The Willys body that goes on the Willys. Of course, Ashley's whole corner, that's her G35 that's set up to play and go sideways and go fast. That's her car in her box. So, just a lot of fun.
What's around the edge over there? You see something peeking out at
Yeah,
us.
you know, stuff from, we're more than welcome to go back there. We've got everything from my old GP cars back to the car up there is Braden's Mustang that he'll build a couple years down the road. He's constantly working on it. And then you got, I think that the Richard Petty cars back there. We got a VW we're building back there. Got an old Camaro we did back there, Pro Charge car. Just constantly hiding stuff because out here is always being filmed.
Right.
So you sort of control the environment. So
I heard something about you had a challenge to take a 3-wheel car and you couldn't turn it into a 4-wheel car or something.
yeah, that's the white one. I brought that with me last year.
that's
Well, what really happened is I worked with that company developing their products. And the owner, we built him a nice R model, and it was a nice car. It had about 200 horse and weighed 1,550 pounds. It's quick, it's fun.
Oh, yeah.
So the owner goes, "You'll never build something faster." I'm thinking to myself, God, it was 200 horsepower, it was 1,500 pounds. He said, "I'll put a V8 in it," so you can't. So that's where the white car originated. So we ended up building our own chassis, our own body, put doors on it, and made it a 4-wheeler and put 1,200 horse in it.
Yeah.
So, but although it appears the same, it ain't nothing the same. I mean, it's got a complete chassis, and
Right.
it's a nice piece. So, but that's what we do. We like to have fun. So, you know, we were on History Channel just before the virus come out, and everybody was getting real weird and panicky because of the virus. Motor Trend came back and asked us to go back on Motor Trend from history. We decided to do it. So now we're on Motor Trend On Demand.
Right.
The new season, I think it comes out the end of March, beginning of April. That's on Motor Trend linear TV.
Right.
Then we just did a deal with Vizio, so every Vizio TV sold has us loaded on to all their
nice.
video TV. when
Oh,
you
their
buy
free
them.
play stuff?
Yeah. So it's been a blessing, you know. And then the new show, The Fast Society's coming. It's just a matter of filming it. Got the first episode done, and it's in the can.
Right.
Matter of fact, I'll let you guys watch a little bit of that if you want. But it's really fun. But it's us being actors. Dean Cain plays the bad guy, with Superman. So, and I'm the good guy, of course. But it's just funny because in history, I did a little bit of Batman. He did a little bit of Superman.
Exactly.
Now we're bad guy and good guy. It's
Yeah,
sort
yeah.
of fun. So
you've
but
known each other
Dean's
a
an
while.
incredible guy. He's
You've
really
known
good
each other
guy.
for a little while
Yeah.
then. Yeah.
He's good.
You ever thought about doing anything with Faster with Finnegan? Do anything with him since he's part of Motor Trend?
You know, yeah, it always approaches. It's funny. Sometimes it works out real well, and sometimes I would never say no.
Yeah.
You know, I was on the phone 90 minutes last night with a couple of the no prep guys asking me, "You coming? You coming?" But it's really
balancing act,
entertainment.
yeah.
It's entertainment. They want X amount of fast guys and X amount of medium guys and X amount of field filler.
Yeah.
I'm not a good fanboy, and I'm not good at being field filler. I want to be fast.
That's right.
And I want to play. And we have a team of people here that are amazing.
Oh yeah, the show's amazing too. I remember from its infancy until now. You know, the show's just great.
Oh, I can't watch it.
And
Can't watch it. Guys, cheese ball. I can't watch it.
I liked the episode where you guys built those 3-wheelers. That was too cool.
The little bitty ones,
Yeah.
the little bitty ones were fun.
Yeah.
And then
And
all
then
of
you
us.
had the big ones, man. Those things
Yeah,
were cool.
you want to talk about grown men
Yes, that's what
getting
I'm
on a $99 motor
Yeah.
and beating the living and having a ball.
Yeah.
Listen,
It
that's
just
so
looked too
much
fun.
Yeah, get your mark on one of those.
Yeah. He'd love it. I would too. Yeah, it's been fun,
Awesome.
man.
Show us behind the curtain over here. I know that we're going to get, Jeanette's going to get in some of these rides. We get some pictures because she loves to put some pictures out there.
Yes, as soon as at the show.
Yeah, this one was.
The Beast.
You can tell we just stay buried.
Oh yeah, I like your little fab shop, man. That thing is nice.
Yeah, we just stay buried. I mean, it's like you just constantly bringing stuff back. Like that's going to be a VW bus. Then you got my little GP car, and that's Richard Petty's clone car. I mean, we have so much
yeah.
stuff.
Oh, you said the GP car. I was
Yeah,
wondering where that
little
was.
GP car, yeah.
Yeah.
And you want to talk about a ride? That's fun to drive.
Yeah.
And then toys. You know,
You
there's
got a little wheelbarrow here with
that's a wheelbarrow. Yeah, that's a radio
motorcycle
flyer.
engine.
Tricycle over there.
Yeah, one of the shows, everybody got to build their own little car, right?
Yeah.
This was Ashley's.
Yep.
I remember.
Which one? This one?
The Range
Yeah,
Rover.
she wanted
Yeah.
a Range Rover.
And then I remember
There you go.
Dave driving in wearing chaps.
That
Am
was
I right?
Well, you know what's funny too is he fought me and fought me and fought me on that. He did not, and you got to remember he's from a business world. He's never done nothing like that.
Right.
So I'm thinking of Dumb and Dumber. How funny is that?
Yeah,
You know,
exactly, yeah.
And you, it makes no sense. No, he didn't. He couldn't kind of. I said, you're just gonna wear this and you're gonna drive on. So he did, and
It was
it was hilarious, especially if you knew Dave. I mean, you know, he's so
Straight lace.
Oh my lord, come from a business world, you know. It's, but
that was a great episode. I remember.
absolutely.
All right, and we're back. What a tour, what a great shop. I'll tell you what, you guys are definitely in the toy shop, I would say, right?
Oh yeah.
So again, to the guys that aren't here, you guys missed out on a great show. Check it out on video, right?
That's right.
David, we had a great time out here. I mean, we can't wait until November. You got some other stuff coming up, because again, you're going out to a couple of other shows. You're building some awesome stuff out here. We saw some other stuff behind scenes over here. Maybe we're going to be able to bring some extra cool stuff to the show in 2022. And this is really what we're still doing. We're fishing for some of the best stuff that really hasn't been seen. And so stuff like that, bring it out to Virginia Beach. You're going to be at the ocean front. It's beautiful. It's November. It's still nice weather out there. You don't want to miss it, right?
That's
No.
right.
Jeanette, you have a good time?
I had a great time. And guys, if you haven't watched Toymakerz, check it out. It's on Motor Trend. It's fantastic. I love it. I've been watching it since it started.
There you go.
So this is a great crew. We've had a great time today. We can't wait for David to come back out to the show in November. Everybody's asking for him, so now they know he's going to be there.
That's
I
it.
promise.
All right, and then social media stuff, you guys are just toymakers.com
Yeah,
and Toymakers on Facebook,
Yeah,
Instagram, and all
Facebook,
that.
Instagram, all the stuff. You know, Ashley's got her own account. You know, you can come to Real Dave Ankin, go to Ashley Robertson. JT's even got one now. So
There you go.
he's a little quiet, but I
Yeah.
promise you. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it was
so-
fun having you guys out, and I really appreciate you guys coming.
Yeah,
It was fun.
Tom, what do
We
you
had a
think?
great time.
I had a blast, man. There's so much stuff in here. I could just live here.
That's it.
You know, and, I mean, look, who doesn't want a 1,500 horsepower LS motor just sitting waiting to be put in something?
Yeah.
Sitting right there.
Just waiting on your little paperweight, right?
That's
I got, a
right.
Camaro, I got another Camaro I'm trying to build. You know, that'd be perfect for it.
We'll see if we can get that in your pocket before we get out of here.
Yeah. Well, we did bring a truck. You know, we did bring a truck.
All right, guys, so that's it. We are wrapping up. We are on the road. It's been a great time. We're going to head back to the beach. So we'll see you guys real soon. Check us out, like it, share it, all that other stuff, and we'll see you guys real soon. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Face.
All right.
All right, we're filming.
Quiet on the set.
I know, right?